Starting out our 3 games of the week here that we had in the Upstate. Wren 68, Walhalla 20, Greenville 24, Eastside 17, Hanna 28, Woodmont 0. We had TR 40, Berea 7, St. Joe's 45, Blacksburg 30, Southside 58, Carolina 14, Crescent 13, West Oak 3, Daniel 31, BHP 28, Greer 28, Blue Ridge 7, Greenwood 28, Jailman 14, Lawrence 63, Easley 34, Hillcrest 23, Malden 6, Palmetto 42, Pickens 20, Pendleton 55, Seneca 26, Dorman 38, Riverside 0, Southside Christian 42, Landrum 14, Westside 46, Wade Hampton 13, Burns 28, Boyne Springs 0, Gaffney 63, Spartanburg 14, Woodruff 17, Clinton 7, Chapman 35, Chesney 7, and Union County 35, Emerald 0. Only score missing right now is Powdersville Liberty. If you guys went to that game or have a score from that, shoot it over to me, please. I appreciate you guys. Once again, Moving the Chains, MOVINCHAINS on Twitter, Moving the Chains, SC, Moving the Chains on Facebook. Check us out, follow, comment, retweet, share, tell your friends. We appreciate it. I'm Kevin Thomas here doing cellar tonight as John is off doing some other stuff. So I know it's kind of a slow start here with us having technical difficulties, but we appreciate you guys for tuning in and sticking with us as I kind of rebooted here and got going again. But as I was saying earlier, big week of high school football, lots of region championships on the line, lots of playoff matchups and just seeding on the line. And really, we are so excited to kind of give you guys this and bring you another playoff preview special next week like we did last season. We thought we got a lot of good reviews off that. We kind of broke down the brackets. We look forward to doing that again for you guys here next week. We think we may do one day of kind of 1, 2, 3A and then another day of 4 and 5A, but we're not sure. It depends on timing-wise what we can get done for you guys. But we plan on breaking it all down for you early next week before the playoffs go. So a little bit of a recap of what some of these games in the Upstate meant tonight. With Greenville's 24-17 win over Eastside, Greenville clinches the region championship there. Big win for those guys. Let's see. TL Hanna beating Woodmont gave TL Hanna the 2nd seed in their region. Southside beating Carolina. It was actually a game where winner got in the playoffs, which you don't think of with Carolina very often. But Southside gets the big win there. They get in the playoffs. A team that had some high expectations this year, but had some injuries early that really set them back on the offensive side especially. With Daniel beating BHP 31-28. Daniel is now the region champion. Wren will finish 2nd after their victory over Walhalla. And BHP will finish 3rd. Another great season for those guys. But Daniel, undefeated in the conference and undefeated in the region. Great year for those guys. They've got some really good players. Interesting to see what they can do in the playoffs. Greer beating Blue Ridge gives Greer the number 4 seed in that league and gives Greer a berth in the playoffs. They will travel to number 1 South Point next week. Not going to be an easy game for those guys. But the Yellow Jackets are in the big dance, and we'll see what happens for them. Let's see, who else? Pendleton beating Seneca gives the Bulldogs the region championship there. Gaffney beating Spartanburg. That almost guarantees Spartanburg season is over. Spartanburg in that 6th spot in the big region 5A, or big 5A region up here, they were able to apply for a at-large spot. But with that big loss, I don't think they're going to get it. If they had beat Yek, they had a chance to get the at-large spot. But I don't think they're going to get it. Woodruff beating Clinton. Clinton's the 2 seed for those guys. And Union County already region champs in their region. And Chapman made it official with their in Clinch region tonight with their win over Chesney, even though that was pretty much a foregone conclusion there, I think, for everybody who's seen Chapman play this year. So I'll get in some state scores for you guys right quick. We're just tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching us on Moving the Chains. I'm Kevin Thomas here. Some statewide scores for you. Ainer 40, Lake City 39. Hilton Head Christian 48, Hilton Head Prep 19. Wando 18, James Island 0. Nation Ford 47, Chapin 41. That Nation 4 team will travel up the road to Duncan and take on Burns and Nixon's Field in round 1 next week. We've got Fort Dorchester 35, Somerville 17. Carolina Forest 42, Conway 13. Branchville 38, Bethune-Bowman 0. West Florence 17, South Florence 6. Westwood 52, Richmond Northeast 6. McCormick 42, West Shoals 0. Newberry 33, Mid Carolina 21. What else do we have here? Clover all over Fort Mill. This is a fourth quarter score here, 45-3 I've got. Rock Hill beats Northwestern 21-14. Myrtle Beach 35, North Myrtle Beach 14. Dutch Fork 41, White Knoll 14. Let's see. Legion Collegiate 35, Forest Hills 12. Dixie 36, Calhoun Falls 6. What else do we have for you guys so far? We've got where'd it go? We've got PD Academy 40, Carolina 20. That gives the Golden Eagles their region championship tonight with a big win over the Bobcats there at home. Lawrence Manning 42, Wilson Hall 21. Timberland 42, North Charleston 0. Big upset kind of here to me. Batesburg-Leesville 28, Saluda 24. Saluta's been a team we thought were really good all year in 2A, and Batesburg-Leesville pulls the upset tonight. What else do we have? Berkeley 47, Cane Bay 7. Hartsville all over Darlington 58-7. Fox Creek 23, Silver Bluff 22. Dillon 49, Sherrall 21. Palmetto Christian 42, Northside Christian 28. Gilbert 47, Pillion 20. Beaufort 31, Collin County 21. Barnwell, big winners over Bamberg-Earhart 28-12. I know that Bamberg-Earhart team isn't quite the team they have been in the past, but that's still a very good victory. Anytime you can take those guys out, it's a big win to beat, and a big win there for the Warhorses. We've got River Bluff 37, Lexington 20. AC Flora all over Dreer 55-7. That's not a final yet. Beaufort 48, North Central 6. Williston Elko 49, Denmark Roller 14. Florence Christian 55, Williamsburg Academy 35. Sumter 34, Irmo 14. St. James 55, Sagasti 8. Louisville 34, Chesterfield 24. Hammond and Jordan Birch and crew 42, Heathwood Hall 7. Brooklyn KC wins their region championship 21-0 today over Airport. And an interesting comment I heard from the Brooklyn KC coach after the game is that he said there has been talk of those two schools merging together. I had not heard of that until today. I think not many people had heard of that. So that would be a big surprise if that gets done. But I guess we'll see maybe in the offseason what kind of talk there is of that happening between those two schools, Brooklyn KC and Airport. What else do we have here for you guys? Ridgeview 35, Lancaster 9. Trinity Burns 45, Lee Academy 28. Abbeville all over 96. They complete another undefeated regular season, 56-0 over 96. Walkamaw 36, Hanahan 11. Camden 65, Keenan 34. Swain County 60, Gladiator Sports Academy 0. Wade Hampton 33, May River 24. That's Wade Hampton down there. That's a big game between those two there. One more thing I didn't mention earlier. With Palmetto's win, they actually get to apply for a spot, an at-large berth as well. So see how that goes for those guys. Should find out tomorrow. North Augusta, big win for Coach Thompson crew all over Aiken 49-0. So big win for the Yellow Jackets there as they prepare for a home playoff matchup next week. Stall 35, Ashley Ridge 28. Lamar 31, MacB 0. And that's all I've got right now. I've got, I saw Marion 1. Have not seen a final score for that. I think I missed it. If you guys have the Marion Ainer score or a Marion score, I'd be appreciated. Marion Loris, I believe it was, whoever they played. Yeah, Marion 13, Loris 6. Got that, sorry. Sorry for missing that for you guys for a second. But yeah, so that's all the scores we've got. If we missed one, some of these game scores are still rolling in. So if we miss one that you guys know of, feel free to shoot it over to us. I appreciate you guys checking us out. I've got a couple of viewers here now. I thank you guys for tuning in and watching us. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had earlier. But I also want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, the Georgia Agency, for being with us all season long. These guys are they're good at what they do. Open enrollment is now officially open as of today. So if you're a seasonal worker or you're a business owner or maybe just for whatever reason you don't have insurance through your company, give them a call. Call Richard and Bradley and Wayne and the crew on that Georgia Agency, and they will take care of you guys, get you set up with everything you need to protect yourself and your family or your employees if you're a business owner. So give them a call. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out at thegeorgiaagency.net. They can get it done for you guys. And our second sponsor I want to give a shout out to is Always on Top clothing brand. If you're a North Carolina Tar Heel fan or you know one, get them this shirt. It proves that the Tar Heels are always on top of the Gamecocks. I know week 1 was a long time ago now, but still a big win there for the Tar Heels to open the season over the Gamecocks with that victory. So get them from clothing, Always on Top brand, Always on Top clothing on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to check them out and support our sponsors, because that's what makes the show possible. We really appreciate it. Let's see, you guys are still watching on Twitter. I see you there, Denise, a couple of people. I appreciate you guys checking in, giving some hearts and comments and whatnot. I see Haley and Brian and Corey and a few others here on the Facebook page. Appreciate you guys watching as well. So just look out for everything we got going on next week. We think probably maybe Tuesday-ish, Wednesday-ish, we should have some good preview stuff out for you guys. So excited to see how that's going to go over. And we've got some new things coming too. So I've got some second camera work we're going to be able to do on our brackets. It should be pretty cool to see how that works out for you. And really excited to get the playoffs started. So I know it's crazy how fast the season goes by. I feel like I was just going to week 0 games, last week. But obviously the season is now officially over. The regular season is. So excited to see how the playoffs go. A lot of really good teams here in the Upstate. A lot of good teams really around the state. It's funny to me. While I've always kind of made fun of the prep riders poll that comes out every week, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but literally every 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A, the number one team gets all the first place votes. I'm like, you're telling me that team is unanimously the best in each division. So it's funny to me because none of those guys see every team play. Like, I'm not saying that I do, because I don't either. So I wouldn't want to vote in that, but it just doesn't make sense to me how they all can just think that one team's better and they haven't seen probably even half the teams in that classification. So just funny how it works, but I'm excited to see how the playoffs come out. I think tomorrow, I think we should actually have the full brackets. All the at-large stuff should be finished up, and they should know who's going to get those. So I'm going to run through the Upstate scores one time, again, for you guys who are just tuning in. Our 3 games of the week. The first one here, Wren 68, Walhalla 20. That Wren team can put up so many points. They're going to be fun watching the playoffs. Our second game, Greenville 24, Eastside 17. Greenville is the region champion over there in that region, so big win for those guys. Both of them are obviously in the playoffs. I think Eastside gets a home game as well, but now Greenville is the region champ. TL Hanna 28, Woodmont 0. That gives TL Hanna the 2 seed in that region. I believe Woodmont goes down to either 3 or 4. I'm not sure which spot, so they probably will be on the road next week. TR beats Berea 40-7. TR is in the playoffs with the 3rd seed in that Greenville Eastside region there. St. Joe's 45, Blacksburg 30. St. Joe's locks up the 2 seed in Region 1-2A behind Southside Christian. Southside 58, Carolina 14. Southside is now in the playoffs with the 4th spot, I think it is. Yeah, 4th spot out of that Region 2-3A. Crescent 13, West Oak 3. Daniel 31, BHP 28. With that win, the Lions clinched that region. Wren finishes 2nd, and BHP finishes 3rd. Greer 28, Blue Ridge 7. Greer is the region champion. Not close region champion. Greer is the 4th seed out of that region. They will be in the playoffs next week on the road, traveling to number 1 South Point. Greenwood 28, JL Man 14. Greenwood also in the playoffs, I believe. Lawrence 63, easily 34. Lawrence number 1 seed in that region. They clinched it last week. Excited to see how those guys play in the playoffs, and they should get a couple home games here and see how that goes for them. Hillcrest beats Malden 23-6. Hillcrest not in the playoffs, but they sweep Malden in the Gold Strip rivalry both games this year. Malden is in the playoffs. They'll be traveling on the road somewhere next week, finishing in 4th position in that Region 2-5A, which is nothing to slouch at all. Good season for the Mavericks. Not so much for the Rams. They had a decent record, but in conference they could not do much of anything. Palmetto 42, Pickens 20. Palmetto gets the opportunity now to submit for an at-large bid. Interesting to see if they'll get one there or not, coming out of that Region 1-4A. Pendleton 55, Seneca 26. Pendleton is the region champion after beating Seneca there. Dorman 38, Riverside 0. Southside Christian 42, Landrum 14. Westside 46, Woodhampton 13. Burns 28, Rolling Springs 0. Gaffney 63, Spartanburg 14. Woodruff 17, Clinton 7. Chapman 35, Chesney 7. And Union County 35, Emerald 0. What else can happen here? Spartanburg can apply for an at-large bid. Probably will not get it, but they can apply. Woodruff finishes number 2 in their region, and Chapman officially clinches region championship there, as does Union County. So, quick rundown of how some of these upstate regions go. Region 2-5A is Dorman, Burns, Gaffney, Malden, Boiling Springs, Spartanburg, Hillcrest, and Riverside. Top 5 are in. Spartanburg can apply for an at-large bid. Probably will not get it, but they can apply. Region 2-4A, Greenville, Eastside, TR, Greer, and Blue Ridge. Top 4 are in there as well. Region 3, 3A, Union County, Woodruff, Newberry, and Clinton. I believe the top three are only in there, so Union County, Woodruff, and Newberry. Region 2, 3A, Chapman, Broome, Chesney, Southside, and Carolina. Top four are in there. Region 1, 2A, Southside Christian, St. Joe's, and Blacksburg. I think just Southside Christian and St. Joe's are in there. Region 1, 5A, Lawrence, TL, Hanna, I believe Woodmont, then Westside, then Greenwood, then Easley, and the top five should all be in there as well. Region 1, 4A, Daniel, Wren, BHP, Walhalla, Palmetto. Top four in Palmetto can also apply for a at-large berth. And then Region 1, 3A, Pendleton, Seneca, Liberty, Powdersville is how that finishes up there. So if you guys have any more playoff information, shoot it my way. You know, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff, especially as I'm doing it by myself tonight, so it's kind of hard to cross-check myself with some of the stuff as we're going through here. So we'll go ahead and give you guys my team of the week. You know, this was a tough one tonight because, I mean, a lot of these teams came up big when they had to get in the playoffs or maybe clinch a region championship or just clinch a home game, whatever it was. So a lot of these do-or-die games, big-time games, a lot of teams came up really big with big wins. You know, I think the team I'm going to have to go with, a team that I saw earlier in this year that I was very disappointed in, really. I thought that they didn't seem well coached. A lot of things they did didn't make sense to me, in all honesty. But they came up big today with a big win, and that is the Greenville Red Raiders with the big win, 24-7 over Eastside. You know, that Eastside team is a team that I've been high on all year. I think the Skoloff kid is really good there at quarterback, and I like what they're doing over there with Coach Stoddard and those guys. But the Greenville Red Raiders come up a big win tonight at home at Serene Stadium to clinch that region championship. I'm going with Greenville as my team of the week. I'm going to run through the state scores one more time and then the upstate scores and then get out of here if that works for you guys. Let's see here as I pull them up. Hope the internet's being a little slow. Apologize for that. So if you guys went to a game, you know, feel free to shoot me some info from that, some pictures or whatever, and we'll kind of go from there. But let's go into some more state scores here. Ainer 40, Lake City 39. Hilton Head Christian 48, Hilton Head Prep 19. Wando 18, James Island 0. Nation Ford 47, Chapin 41. Carolina Forest 42, Conway 13. Fort Dorchester 35, Somerville 17. Branchville 38, Bethune Bowman 0. West Florence 17, South Florence 6. I've got a fourth quarter score of Spring Valley 42, Blythewood 21. Not sure that's final or not, but that's what I've got there in the fourth quarter. McCormick 42, West Shoals 0. Westwood 52, Richmond Northeast 6. Newberry 33, Mid Carolina 21. South Aiken 52, Midland Valley 6. Fort Mill loses to Clover 45-10. Rock Hill 21, Northwestern 14. South Point 48, York 21. South Point will host Greer next Friday night. Myrtle Beach 35, North Myrtle Beach 14. Dutch Fork 41, White Knoll 14. Dixie 36, Calhoun Falls 6. Andrew Jackson 60, Holly Hill 0. We've got Timberland 42, North Charleston 0. East Clarendon 38, Johnsonville 16. Batesburg Leesville 28, Saluda 24. My surprise of the night there. Gray Collegiate 48, Johnson 7. Goose Creek 27, Stratford 7. Wilson 28, Marlborough County 13. Berkeley 47, Cane Bay 7. Hartsville 58, Darlington 7. Fox Creek 23, Silver Bluff 22. Dillon 49, Sherraw 21. Gilbert 47, Pillion 20. Beaufort 31, Colvin County 21. Barnwell 28, Bamber Gearhart 7. Big win for the War Horses there as they clinched that region. I think made it last week there. Also finished the season undefeated there. River Bluff 37, Lexington 20. Flora 55, Dreher 13. Buford 48, North Central 6. Wilson Elko 49, Denmark Olar 14. Sumter 34, Irmo 14. St. James 55, Socastee 8. Louisville 34, Chesterfield 24. Hammond 42, Heathwood Hall 7. Mullins 42, Latta 3. Sorry, Hunter Allen, big win for the Auctioneers there. Brooklyn Casey clinches their region championship with a 21-0 victory over Airport. Ridgeview 35, Lancaster 9. Abbeville completes the undefeated season 56-0 over 96. Waccamaw 36, Hanna 11. Swansea 28, Edisto 0. Camden 65, Keenan 34. What else do we have here? Wade Hampton 33, May River 24. North Augusta 49, Aiken 0. Big win for Coach Thomas and the Yellow Jackets down there in Aiken as they prepare to host a playoff game next week at home. Stall 35, Ashley Ridge 28. Lamar 31, McBee 0. What else do we have for you guys? Marion 10, Loris 6, I believe. Is that what I just said, or was it 13-6? Either way, I will quick check for you guys. Marion Loris, final was Swamp Foxes 13, Loris 6. One more score for you. PD Academy Golden Eagles win 40-20 over the Carolina Bobcats to clinch that region there. Big win for the Eagles as they clinch their region and should be home for a few weeks here in the playoffs. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Moving the Chains. I'm Kevin Thomas. We're on Twitter at Movin Chains, Facebook at Moving the Chains SC or Moving the Chains. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's a little bit of an odd chitter night with myself doing it solo. It's hard for me to kind of tweet out and do Facebook and check new scores and check playoff ratings. So not the ideal week to be solo without John, but he should be back next week for us. We've got some cool stuff planned for you. Like I said, we're going to do some cool playoff previews for you. Do a night maybe of 1, 2, 3, 8, and a night of 4 and 5, 8. To kind of get you guys some breakdowns of the full brackets, upper and lower state. If you guys want to follow an audio version of our show and just kind of listen to us maybe on the ride to work or sometime next week, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Anchor, wherever you get your podcast from. You can download us on there and listen to an audio-only version. We're also on YouTube, Moving the Chains on there as well. So wherever you guys consume audio, video, and high school football news, check us out. We should be there. So retweet, comment, share, tell your friends. Trying to grow this as big as we can. We appreciate all the views we've gotten. And I had a big fight with Facebook last week for not counting our views the right way. So we're working on that, guys. But yeah, so appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're doing 50,000 impressions a month on Twitter, another 10 to 20,000 impressions a month on Facebook. So all you guys checking us out, following us and sharing, and tell your friends, really appreciating it. And we think that we can do even bigger things here with this platform, with this show. Got some really cool things planned for you guys. Maybe not this year, but next year for sure. So be sure to keep tuning in and telling all your friends. And I'm going to run through the Upstate scores one more time and then get out of here for you guys. So once again, my team of the week, Greenville, by the way, in case you missed that. So hats off to the Red Raiders and Coach Porter and those guys. Wren 68, Walhalla 20. Greenville 24, Eastside 7. TL Hanna 28, Woodmont 0. Travelers Rest 40, Berea 7. St. Joe's 45, Blacksburg 30. Southside 58, Carolina 14. Crescent 13, West Oak 3. Daniel 31, BHP 28. Greer 28, Blue Ridge 7. Greenwood 28, GL Man 14. Lawrence 63, Easley 34. Hillcrest 23, Malden 6. Palmetto 42, Pickens 20. Pendleton 55, Seneca 26. Dorman 38, Riverside 0. Southside Christian 42, Landrum 14. Westside 46, Wade Hampton 13. Burns 28, Boiling Springs 0. Gaffney 63, Spartanburg 14. Woodruff 17, Clinton 7. Chapman 35, Chesney 7. And Union County 35, Emerald 0. That wraps up our Upstate scores there for you guys. And one more shout out to our sponsors, the George Agency. They can help you out with any of your insurance needs. If you're a business owner, if you're a seasonal worker, if you're a hospitality worker, if for whatever reason your company doesn't offer you insurance, they can help you out. Group, individual, they've got the best hookup around with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Open enrollment is now officially open, so give them a call soon. Bradley, Wayne, Richard, the crew. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on online, thegeorgeagency.net. Give them a call, and I'm telling you, they've got clients all around the state. Our clients at the beach, at Merle's Inlet, Myrtle Beach, Marion, Mullins, Dillon, Florence, Columbia, Seneca, Aiken, Greer. Really, anywhere in the state they can help you out. Don't feel like just because they're not from this area they can help you out, but they certainly can. So check out Bradley and the crew at the George Agency. Also check out our friends at Always on Top Clothing, Always on Top brand on Facebook and Twitter. Like I said, North Carolina Tar Heel fans, you guys love this shirt. To prove the Gamecocks, you guys are always on top physically. Literally, figuratively, everywhere there is. So appreciate you guys checking us out there. Always on Top Clothing, Always on Top brand on Facebook and Twitter. And I think that about wraps it up. Like I said, John and I have some cool stuff coming for you guys this week with some playoff previews. So stay tuned for that on Twitter and Facebook. Moving the Chains on Facebook. So you guys know where to find us. But stay tuned, tell all your friends, and I guess we will catch you guys next week. See ya.